back. Turn. Back again, repeatedly. Touch the door. Turn. Back again, repeatedly. Touch the door.
I know somebody about a little before 9 years old, he just did little tiny things. I thought it was like just a phase he's going through in childhood. He wouldn't want people to touch his things. When his mom, me or his dad touch his things, or people come over, oh, you know, this is mine, don't this and that. So he's very protective of all his things he had. And at the time, I just really didn't put two and two together that maybe something was starting to show up. I really didn't think about it or realize. He basically, before he would eat, before he would eat, he'd have to touch his plate to his face so many times. He would count in his mind how many times he'd have to touch back and forth and everything. Or he would make me hold things for him while he touched the dishes and stuff. And if I didn't do that, he'd get a little upset. And that's why it started getting difficult. He would, like before we'd leave the house, he'd have to go back and forth up a wall, like counting back and forth, you know, and saying things and stuff over and over again. Or he'd be in the bathroom for a very, very long time. I couldn't get him out. He'd sit around for quite a long time. I couldn't get him off the couch. He'd make me repeat things. He'd make me open up the cupboards back and forth and everything, the refrigerator, till it was just right to him. I would try not doing those things, and I would try leaving the house. I says, Donovan, I'm not doing these things. You're not gonna make me do these things. I'm gonna leave. He says, no, you're not. You need to do this before you leave. No, you're not. You need to do this. I says, no, I'm not gonna do these things. I'm gonna leave. He'd upset if I left the house. And I would try to get out of everything, but he would get upset if I didn't do what he wanted me to do. Because I love him, and I don't like to say, you know, he did hit me a few times, but, you know, I don't like really saying it too much. But and I got a little worried when it started happening a little bit. And that's when I wanted to get him help, because it started getting a little, you know, when he got frustrated or something, he would hit me. And it was getting pretty bad. And I tried to help him, but I said I can't help him. I did my best, but I thought I could, but I couldn't. It was taking a toll on me quite a bit. But you know what? I didn't think about myself. I thought about him. I wanted to take care of him, but I wanted to get him some help, but I wasn't thinking about me. I never did. I always thought about him. I always put him first because our kids are important. You never give up your kids, and never gonna give up on him. And since it wasn't working, I called the school district and I asked them for some help. I said, I really need help. You know, I'm doing all the best I can, but it's just not working. What can I do? So they got a mental health worker to assess him and everything, and he qualified for residential treatment program. And they sent out referrals and everything, and I got a very special call. I got a call from Devereux Cleo Wallace, Colorado, Westminster. They said, we can help your son, because the other place that called said he was too old, or it wasn't the right age, and things like that. And I got this call, and I talked to Christy Martinez, intake supervisor here. She said, we're willing to help your son.
Here at Devereux Cleo Wallace, our staff are amazing. The services that we provide are top-notch. We're part of the largest nonprofit behavioral health care system within Devereux, and not just the largest, but the best. One that seeks to be innovative, creative, and individualize the services for each of our kids, depending on those kids' needs.
I got the book that says, Dom, this looks like a really nice place. I said, oh, I'm not going there. I'm not going there. It says, don't you want to go there and get better? Oh, there's nothing wrong with me. There's nothing wrong with me. He says, Dom, there's something wrong with you. You need help.
Yeah, I mean, no, not really. I mean, when I was younger, I was always worrying about, like, I was not the washing hand type person, but I've always, like, worried about, like, checking the locks a certain way, checking them out time, check the locks. And I sort of knew why I was doing this, because I was so used to the same thing all the time, so I get stuck in that same thing. That's what I was trying to say. Yeah, and so me, I was kind of aware of what I was doing. I was aware really aware of what I was doing. It's just that I didn't know it was that bad of a thing.
When I had a roommate, my first roommate, I made him like say goodnight and things a few times, and he didn't understand my condition. I make people repeat a certain amount of times, a certain way, mostly a certain amount of times, and then he would just say, "Ready, say goodnight, leave me alone." Kind of like didn't want me to hear me say goodnight no more, because I was saying it too much to him. And they just got annoyed. Anyone would get annoyed. So they got annoyed. They'd not very last in my room too long. They wouldn't move to another peer's room.
Because I came here in February to visit him for the first time. I came with an open heart and open mind. I came to see him. He was still going through his treatment and everything, and he had more treatments to go. And but he was starting to look really, really great. He was making improvements and everything, and slowly. And then I came in June to see him. I was totally amazed. He had such severe OCD. And when I saw my son, he was a different person. He had no severe OCD, didn't show any signs of it. He was maturing. He was, he had gotten a job here. I didn't see him do any kind of rituals. He was showing a lot of respect towards me. And it was like talking to a normal person. I mean,
that makes me feel that my mom has been more happy at this place and what they've done, but most importantly, they're happy that she's more happy of me be able to live a normal life. I used to just do all these little, you know, I have OCD and anxiety, so I was like more, as they said, the most worst cases they've had with OCD. And I have really improved now then, because they've taught me how they push me along to go away from my old rituals and stuff. And I used to have my good clinician, Ted Morris. He has helped me, and a behavior specialist, Arnie Zenchis, I think his last name is. He has helped me a lot on finding ways to make me get better with my OCD, because I really struggled with not taking medicine.
To see him a few weeks ago on stage doing a rap song in front of no less than 50 people, you can't possibly see anything better than that. You can't possibly see better outcomes than that. And now Donovan is ready to step into another program that will help him continue his independent living skills. Hopefully that's us. But he is ready to take that next step, when 6 months ago, I don't think anybody could have foreseen that kind of an outcome.
you walk around the facility, everybody has a smile on their face. I mean, they welcome you with open arms. They welcome the kids here. They treat every kid the same. Not one kid better than the other. Everyone's here treated equally that comes into this facility.